Welcome to your Sculpt Yoga class. We're going to be moving through 60 minutes of Sculpt Yoga. So if you haven't joined me before, we'll begin with about 15 or a little less than that of a yoga warm-up. Think fast-paced movements, sun salutation B's, things like that. And then we will move into 3 different blocks, which we will repeat twice. So just be prepared that as we're moving through some of those, we'll do about 12 reps each, and then we will start that over again. Already be in the background today. So just take your time through the practice, do as much as you can. I will keep track of the counts. If you don't have weights, water bottles with water in them, or canned goods also work really nice here as well. You can do this whole sequence with or without the weights. You're still going to get the same benefit of sculpting here. So for my Zoomers, I'm going to put you on mute just to make sure that there's nothing coming in through there. And then IGers, just let me know if you can't hear me or anything like that, and we will get started here. All right, I'm going to mute you, Nancy. Good to go. All right, so we'll go ahead and meet on our mats. Set your weights at the top of your mat. Blocks, if you have them, we will use them in our third block today. So if you have blocks or books or just something that elevates your, we're going to actually be setting our hands on it today. So just something to elevate your hands if you don't have blocks at home. All right, so beginning in child's pose, go ahead and come into tabletop position. Take your knees wide, your big toe pads together to touch. Stretch your arms out to the top of the mat and rest your forehead until you're able to find length through your spine. Let your elbows soften and let your belly be free in between your thighs. Right away together, let's take a nice big breath in through the nose. Build breath into your belly and out into your ribs. As you exhale, open up the mouth and send the air away. Take another breath in like that, breathing in, fill up through your back body, balloon your kidneys, balloon the space behind your heart. As you exhale, open mouth, send it away. Another breath in like that, breathing in, fill all the way up and expand in all directions. As you exhale, open the mouth and empty the air until you find empty. And then start to seal your lips. Allow the breath to travel in through the nose, all the way up to your heart space, and then back out through your nose, starting to contain the heat, starting to work the heat from the inside out as we start to cultivate our yogic breath, which will be the same as we move through our yoga portion, but that will change once we get to our circuit and our weight work, and I will guide you through that. So for now, just start to fall into your breath. Begin to notice how your body feels physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally. What kind of thoughts are you showing up on the mat with this morning? And Sculpt Yoga is a very challenging practice, so it's a nice time to set motivating intentions or goals. If you have one today, go ahead and set it now. And if you don't have one, I'll invite you to come into what my intention has been for the week. And my intention has been to just really appreciate this extra time, stillness, and silence that we're being given so that we can find a new self, so that we can find our new authentic self in this new way, new form of life. And just enjoying having this extra space and time to really slow down and take our time with whatever it is or task at hand that's happening in front of us. So with that in mind, begin to stretch your palms to the top of the mat, lift your elbows off the earth, and slide your hands back, guiding yourself into a tabletop position. Coming into or onto all fours, tuck your toes, hammock your belly down, your gaze forward or even up to find a cow pose. As you exhale, round through the spine, take the gaze back to the thighs. Do this a couple of times, just letting your spine open up gently. Forward and back, finding flexion and extension. You can take these fast, you can take these slow. You can add movements. Barrel rolls or looking over the shoulders, snake the spine. Good. Lots of different options here to just feel the fluidity, feel the freedom in your spine today. And then come back to a neutral tabletop position. We'll meet together here. Tuck your toes under if they came untucked. And then hover your knees 1 or 2 inches off the mat. Shift forward so that your shoulders stay stacked directly over your wrists. Press your palms into the mat and press away from the earth. Pull your belly button to your spine and keep your gaze forward past the top of your fingertips. So there's length out through the back of your neck. We'll stay here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send your hips up and back. You may need to adjust your stance a little wider with your feet there for downward facing dog. And take some breaths here on your own, maybe finding movement or stillness right away. But start to work into the feeling of your hamstrings and notice what they're saying back to you today. So if they're feeling tight, resistant, take a moment to breathe into that space. Take some time shifting your weight from side to side. Be conscious of the stretch that's happening in the back of your leg as you reach the heel to the back of your mat. And then begin to find a place of stillness. Press up and away from the heels of your palms. Add a soft micro bend in your knees so you can lengthen your spine even longer and stretch your heart back towards your upper thighs. Tuck your chin in towards your throat. Take your gaze back to your knees or your toes or thighs. Press again away from the heels of your palms, but wrap your triceps down, those upper arms, outer arms towards the floor. Let your head hang heavy in between your arms and bicep here. And with your next inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Bend your knees, look forward, and tiptoe your feet all the way up to meet your hands. With a breath in, lengthen halfway. Slide your hands up your shins, knees, or thighs. Find a flat back and distribute the weight evenly between both feet. Forward fold, bend your knees generously. Let your head hang heavy. And now inhale, roll up the spine. Bring your arms up overhead. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And side bend over to your left. Gaze up to the right if you like. Keep both arms as straight as you can. Rock your right hip to the right and press through both feet to energize the core. And now inhale, come back up through center, switch it out. Grab a hold of your left wrist, reach it up, and then stretch it on over. Take your gaze up to the sky so there's space around the head and neck. Wrap your lower ribs towards the front of the room, your upper ribs towards the sky. Inhale, come back through center, separate the palms, and exhale, hinge and forward fold. With a breath in, lengthen halfway, shoulders down the back. With a breath out, plant the palms, step back into high plank, and pause here. Shoulders over wrist, heels over toes. Energize your legs and energize your arms. As you inhale, shift even more forward. With control, lower all the way down to your belly and untuck your toes when you get there. Today, bring your arms out into goalposts. Bring your forehead to the mat, breath in. As you exhale, reverse sit up, squeeze your elbows back, lift your head and chest. Inhale to hover, exhale to lift. Good, breathe in. Exhale, lift. Now stay this time. Bring your hands next to your low ribs and lower your forehead back to the earth. On an inhale, lift all the way up until your arms straighten. Option to stay here or press into the tops of your feet and lift your thighs for up dog. As you exhale, send your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Look where you're going. Bend the knees. 2 big steps up to the top of your mat this time. Breath in, lift halfway. Breath out, fold in. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Take a side bend over to your left. Switch it out, come back through center and exhale, side bend over to your right. Inhale through center and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, prepare here. As you exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. We're going to move through our flow a little differently today. As we shift forward, take a breath in. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana and pause. Inhale, back to high plank. And now exhale, chaturanga, move now through your cobra and send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So we get an extra push up today. Breath in through the nose. Breath out to let it go. Inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Look where you're going. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands. Lengthen with an inhale. Fold with your exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. Grab a hold of that right wrist, lift it up, and then side bend over to your left. Inhale through center, switch it out. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, and exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. As you exhale, plant the palms, step or hop it back, lower down for a push-up. Step yourself right back to high plank. And then lower down for another push-up. This time, open the chest. Exhale, send the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. As you inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Look where you're going. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Lengthen with your inhale. Fold with your exhale. This time, sit your hips down and back. Reach your arms forward and up for Utkatasana. Go ahead and bring your big toes together to touch. Slide your hands down to your heart to warm up the legs. Your right foot's going to tap to the right, center. Left foot to the left, center. Go. Keep going. Right and left. We're alternating here. Get low through your seat. If you're feeling like you're starting to rise up, we're here for 8. Good. Stay for 7. Last 6. Final 5. Here for 4, 3. Then we'll move into our warrior series for 2 and 1. Each side here from your chair pose. Take an exhale and forward fold. With an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or hop it back right into your chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, send the hips to the sky. Big breath in. Full breath out. As you inhale, feet together at the back of your mat, sweep your right leg up and back. Toes point down, square your hips. Reach through the heel, keep pressing away from the heels of the palms. And now exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, pulse it in. This time hold, look forward, and step your foot through. As you breathe in, stretch your arms to the sky, high crescent lunge. Squaring your right hip back, left hip will dial forward. Lift high onto the ball mound of your back foot. Sink a little deeper through your right knee. With an inhale, grow taller. With an exhale, open into warrior 2. Back heel down, arms stretch out to the horizon. Good, so square everything off towards me. And now look over your right knee, or right toes, right fingers. Make sure you can see the toe on the inside of the knee. From warrior 2, take an inhale, lift to 5-pointed star. Toes are out, heels are in. As you exhale, lower down into your goddess squat. And today we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Good, keep going. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back to 5-pointed star. As you exhale, warrior 2, back to the top of your mat. Breathe in, flip your front palm, reverse warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame the foot, step back and flow. Inhale to open. Exhale to send the hips. Inhale, the left leg reaches. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it high. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, knee to nose, pause, look forward, and step your foot through. Heel ball to toe. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Scissor hug your left hip back this time. If your tailbone or your back is arching, make sure that you're tucking it down, maybe bending into the back knee to help you out there. Reach your arms back in space a little further. Stretch up through your fingertips. Another breath in. As you exhale, open warrior 2. Keep pressing this left knee back, squeezing the glutes together so you can lengthen your tailbone down, but stay lifted through the crown of your head. On an inhale, stretch your left leg straight, 5-pointed star. As you exhale, goddess squat. Pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back to 5-pointed star. Over your left leg, lunge into warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. Back hand can find the leg or wrap around the back. Take another breath here, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank and flow. And let's meet back into our downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. From downward facing dog, sweep the right leg up and back. As you exhale, knee to nose. 2 more, breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale, pause, hold, look forward, step the foot through. Inhale the arms up, exhale the arms open. Inhale, stand tall, exhale, goddess squat. Right away, back into 5-pointed star, and exhale, warrior 2 to the top. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse, and exhale, cartwheel down, step back and lower. Big breath in, opens the chest. Full breath out, sends the hips back. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, one more time, breath in. Exhale, hold, look forward, step your foot through. Breathe in, stretch the arms up. Breathe out, expand wide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Right away, back into star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the top. Inhale, peaceful warrior to the back. And now exhale, cartwheel all the way back to downward facing dog. Follow your breath along the way. And we'll meet there for 3 rounds of breath. Big inhale. Full exhale to let it go. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale to release. One last one on your own here. Now from your downward facing dog, take an inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, travel to the top of your mat. Grab your weights. I'm using 3 pounds today. It's a light or heavy, kind of up to you. With a bent knee, roll up the spine. And go ahead and come up to stand. So I'm going to face forward so you can see me a little bit better. Feet will be about hip-width distance apart. Come down into a squat and bring your weights to your chest. So finding your chair pose. Inhale here, and now exhale, pulse up. So it's breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and out. Keep going, down, and up, and down. Good. So working the weights here, just getting used to finding this squat in our legs. We're here for the last 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your weights right at your chest, but go ahead and bring them together this time. Big toes together to touch. I'll mirror you, so your right toes are tapping to the right and back in. Tap and in. So a little bit quicker, or you can take this slower. It's kind of up to you. I'll keep track of the count for you. We're going to burn out this right thigh a little bit, and then we'll move into something else. Here for 8. Good. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet together. Step your right foot back in space. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me a little bit better. Right foot comes back. As you bring your knee up, you're going to feel like there's a string attached to your knee and your elbow. So the knee follows the elbow. And then we're going to run our arms back. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. So follow your breath here. We're finding a little bit of cardio along with our weight circuit today. Last 6, last 5, stay for 4, final 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Step it all the way up, bring your feet back into chair, overhead press with your weights, and now bend at your elbows for tricep extensions. Sit back into your chair. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and out. Keep your elbows close next to your ears so they're not splaying out to the side there. Use your breath to help you fuel you through. You can stand or you can find the chair for extra heat. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring your weights back in front of your chest. This time, step your left foot back in space. Bring your weights down by your sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, one-legged mountain with a bicep curl. Inhale, weights by your side. Exhale up. Breathe in, step back. Exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. So we lengthen on the breath in. We pull it in on the breath out. Good. Last 6 here. Last 5. Last 4. Final 3. And last 2. You can go ahead and step the foot down. We'll meet back in our chair pose. And we'll start with those pulses here. So inhale down, exhale up, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Pulsing and squatting. Last 8. Last 7. 6. 5. And then we're done with this block 1. Or actually, we're already starting block 1 over again. So second round for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your weights together. This time, left foot steps out and in. So toe tapping to the left. Keep that right knee bending, sinking low through your seat here. Last 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step your feet together. Good. This time your right foot's gonna, or your left foot's gonna step back. So I'll turn the other way, this way. Left foot steps back, and as your left knee comes in, elbows lift. Send it back with those runner arms. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Find your rhythm, find your breath. Last 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step it up. Find your chair, press all the way up. Bend at your elbows and come back into your chair. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. So tricep extensions, try to lift those thumbs all the way to the sky. Keep your elbows close in next to your ears. 5. Last 4, final 3, final 2, and last 1. Go ahead and bring your weights in front of you. I'm going to turn the other way so you can see me. Left foot is forward, right foot is back, arms by your sides. Take an inhale, exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Squeeze the elbows in. Here for last 5, last 4, final 3, final 2, and last 1. Good. Go ahead and step your feet down, grab a drink of water, towel off, and we're going to head right into block number 2. All right, so coming at the top of your mat, step your left foot back into a lunge. Go ahead and lower the knee all the way down. So to start here, take one weight down to the earth. One weight's going to be in your right hand. Left hand can be to the hip. Curl your back toes, breathe in. As you exhale, come to stand, elbow to the knee, twist. Inhale, hover. Exhale, twist. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Good. With your rhythm, find your breath. Halfway through right here. Last 6. Last 5. Final 4. Last 3. Final 2. Whoop, and last 1. Go ahead and step it back. Bring your hands down to grab your weights. Come up into crescent and then open into warrior 2. Bring your weights in front of your navel. Take an inhale. Exhale, open, straighten the leg. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Lunge into that front knee. Get the knee tracking right over the ankle. Good. Last 6. Last 5. Final 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring your weights to your chest. You can bend into your front knee. Turn the back toes forward, I should say, and then step it on up and find your chair pose. So finding a tricep extension with a booty kick. Bring your weights to your chest. Step your right foot back, pull it in, left foot, pull it in, right, pull it in, left, pull it in. Keep going here with your breath. Good. Inhale back, exhale up. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 5. Final 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Good. Both sides. All right. Go ahead and forward fold. Bring your weights to frame your front foot here. Keep your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Left hand, you can go ahead and lose the weight there. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Right weight is going to keep or right elbow is going to keep a bend in it. We're just going to lift the weight up in line with the shoulder and lower. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. Good. Move with your breath here. Try to just lift in line with that shoulder. If you need something heavier, you can take both weights in one hand if you like. After a minute, you start to feel it in that shoulder. For final 5, last 4, last 3, and final 2. To stay on the same leg here, let's go ahead and grab both of our weights. Right foot is forward. Step your left foot behind your right. Bicep curl, and then we're going to take it to a fly, extending the leg. So it's curtsy squat. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going, find your rhythm. A little bit easier the quicker you go. Halfway through right here. Final 6, 4, and last movement, 3, before we start over again, for 2, and 1. Go ahead, step your feet together. Let's start at the top of our mat. Stepping our right foot back this time. Bring your knee down. Right weight can come over to the side. Left hand grabs the weight. Bring it overhead, breathe in. And now exhale, twist and stand. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step it all the way back. Bring your hands down, grab your other weight, lift up, and then turn it out, warrior 2. Weights underneath, take an inhale, exhale, open. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Halfway through right here. Final 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend back into your front knee. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. Step it up. This time, reach your weights out in front. Raise both arms out in front as you step the legs back. Forward, and then we come back in. So it's step, and reach. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to turn to the other side. Your left foot, go ahead and bring your hands down. Left foot in front, right foot steps back. Right hand under the shoulder. Left elbow is bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift, wrist in line with the shoulder. Breathe in and out. Halfway through, stay strong with your back leg. You can always modify by bringing the knee down. Last 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Grab both of your weights. Good. Step your back foot behind your left. Curtsy squat with a bicep curl. Extension to the side here. Inhale with a fly. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. You'll feel these tomorrow for sure in the outer hips. Good. Halfway through, right here. Last 6, and then we're done with block 2, and we just got our final block 4, or block 3. Last 4, final 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring your weights down. Grab a drink of water, towel off. Whew. All right. So we have our final block. We are actually going to have created this block just in case you don't have the weights at home to use, but we do want some kind of elevation. So, grabbing some blocks, we're going to start with blocks under our hands. Blocks under the hands, and then bring your feet out in front of you, soles of the feet to the mat, about hip width distance apart. Lift yourself up into a reverse tabletop. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend at your elbows and dip your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. So make this more about the triceps. Really focus in on bending at the elbows and then pressing up. Think about it as kind of a chaturanga push-up. Squeezing and then lifting. Squeeze and lift. Last 4. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1. Now go ahead and lower your hips. Bring your weight, your blocks right next to your hips. And the same thing here, we're going to press back up, but this time swing your hips through. Press through the feet, and then swing them through. You may need to adjust a little bit, pressing up to work the glutes, the quads, and then relaxing a little bit as we swing back. Let the chin come to the chest. Good. Last 5. Really press up. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1 here. Go ahead and sit all the way down. Shake out your wrists a little bit. And then slide your blocks underneath of your feet. So, bring your feet to your blocks. Scoot your bum up. We're going to head into our bridge pose to work the backside a little bit more. So arms bound by your sides. Easier to scoot your bum closer to the blocks. Lift your hips off of the block or off of the mat. And then take an inhale. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale down, exhale up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Good. So just lifting the heels, working the calves, working the glutes here. Be mindful of your blocks there, yeah. Halfway through right here. 6. Press through the backs of the arms. Keep lifting the hips here for 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and lower the hips and lift. Lower the hips and lift. Keep going here with your breath. Inhale down, exhale up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 6. Final 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Go ahead and lower your hips down. You can slide your blocks to the side there. Extend your legs up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your head and shoulders. And now take your right hand to your left ankle, left hand to right. Crisscross your crunches out. So keep your head and shoulders lifted for an added benefit there. Keep your heels stacked over your hips. So you have to reach a little bit further up. You can always bend the knees and modify here. Last 10, 9, stay with it here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back behind your head. Reach your right arm up. Tap your left toes. Now reach your arm and leg away. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So you can keep your right leg as it is, or for more of a challenge, hover your right leg and keep tapping. Good. Last 6. Last 5. Keep your left elbow out here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, rock side to side a little bit. Take a quick breather before we head into our second round of our final block, and then we head into our yoga cool down. So grab behind your knees, cross your ankles, rock up to a seat. Grab those blocks again, bring them underneath of your hands, behind your back about 6 or 8 inches. Feet are hip width distance apart. As you press into reverse table, you want your heels to be under your knees, so you may need to adjust a little bit there. Breath in to lift the chest. Breath out, bend your elbows. Press up and lift. Bend your elbows. Good. Lift and bend. Last 10. Final 7 right here. Working those triceps, the tops of the arms help us to get stronger for all those chaturanga push-ups. I lost count, so we're going to say 4. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1. Stay lifted. Take an inhale. And now exhale, swing your hips back. Inhale, press. Exhale, swing them back. If you need to adjust, mine are a little close here. Adjust your blocks, they're a little wider. Send it back. Press through the feet and send it back. Charge your hips to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 6. Last 5. Final 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and sit your hips down. Shake out those wrists. Whew. And then take the blocks out in front. Find your bridge pose on your block, feet on the block, scoot your bum closer. Roll on down here. Make any adjustments that you need, and then lift your hips. Walk your shoulder blades underneath. Take an inhale. Now exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. Lower and lift. Keep your hips lifted. Keep lengthening the tailbone long towards me for 7. Last 6. Final 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower the hips and lift. Lower and lift. Inhale down. Exhale up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips, lift your legs, make sure your heels are stacked right over your hips. Interlace your hands behind your back, take an inhale, exhale basic crunch. Inhale, hover, exhale, lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, good. So try to keep your elbows nice and wide. Halfway through right here. 7, 6, 5. Keep your heels right over your hips. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hands stay behind your head. Keep your head lifted. Left hand, right toes. And now reach them away from one another. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. If you want this to be a little bit more challenging, you can also lower your left heel, hover, and then find that same lengthening here. A little tricky. Last 5. Final 4. Final 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Go ahead and hug your knees in. Rock side to side or open the knees. Circle them back around a few times. Take a couple of breaths here. Cool down. Cool off. And then we'll move into our yoga cool down. So take a couple of breaths, rock side to side, massage out your low back. Whew. Big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Slide any blocks to the side if they're in your way there. Good. When you feel ready, cross your ankles, grab behind your knees. Just take a little massage here on your back body. So give yourself a good four or five rocks all the way on the spine, massaging. And then when you feel ready to move, plant your palms and let's step back into downward facing dog. From down dog, let's take an inhale, lift up onto the tiptoes. As you exhale, lower onto your knees. Find a tabletop position. And as we catch our breath, bring your left hand to the middle of your mat. Sweep your right arm to the sky. And to thread the needle, bring your shoulder and your temple down to the earth. Press your left hand into the earth and press away. Or reach that left arm out in front. You could even take a half bind behind your back. Resting your head, start to feel your heart rate slow down, heartbeat, breath, body starting to cool down its energy. Changing sides, bring this left hand underneath, sweep your right arm up, and then come back to tabletop to set up for the other side. Right hand slightly to the center, left arm up. Left shoulder and temple come down to the earth. And then find your thread the needle here. Make sure that your hips stay square. There's a tendency for us to kind of lean in the direction that our hand is reaching. Any variation with that top arm. Bring your right hand back underneath. Press all the way up. Lift the left arm to the sky and then bring yourself back into a tabletop position. Walk your palms a palm print forward. Tuck your toes and lift your hips back. Downward facing dog. As you breathe in, stretch your right leg to the sky. Bending the knee, heel open through your hip. Squeezing the heel towards your glute here. Keep your shoulders square. Lift the knee higher. And now exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee to the earth. And then inhale, sweep the arms up for Anjaneyasana. Nice big stretch through this left hip flexor. Scissor hug the right hip back in space. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of your front foot. Heel toe your right foot out to the right. Bring a block under your left hand. Take your right hand and gently press it out to the right, coming onto the pinky edge side of your foot. You could stay here, or the next step would be to stretch your right arm back to open up the chest. You could stay there, or bend into your back leg and grab a hold of the foot for a twisting lunge back bend, giving us a nice big opening across the chest, through the legs and the hamstrings, the quads. And then go ahead and let go of the foot. Bring your heel back in line with your hip. Straighten out your right leg. Again, you could use blocks here, just stay high on your fingertips. Walk your hands under your shoulders and then reach your heart forward as you bow over your right foot. Flex your right toes back towards your face. Big stretch under this right hamstring and leg. Lunging back into your right knee, tuck the back toes, and step it back into downward facing dog. Turn the other way so you can see me a little better. From down dog, sweep your left leg up and back. Bend your knee, roll open through your hip. Squeeze the left heel toward your right glute. Flex the foot, lift the left knee higher. And then exhale, step the foot forward, lower your back knee down. Stretch your arms up to get a big juicy stretch through that right hip flexor. You might even find a little back bend and gaze up. As you exhale, bring your hands on the inside of your left foot. Heel toe your left foot out to the left. If you have a block handy, grab it and place it under the right palm. Not a requirement. Left hand to the left knee. Roll onto the pinky edge side of your foot, lifting the big toe mound. Stay here. Reach the arm back, or you might have space to grab a hold of the back foot. Kicking the foot back is going to give you a back bend, a stretch through the right quad, or pulling the heel closer is going to give you more of a quad stretch to the right. And just find your breath. Let go of the foot if you have a hold of it. Heel toe the left foot back in line with your hip, and then straighten out your left leg. Walk your hands under your shoulders with or without blocks here, and then work your heart forward towards your left big toes at a soft micro bend in the knee so we don't hyperextend, and surrender here for the next couple of breaths. Breathing in to find length, breathing out to bow. And just like that, move it with a wave. Inhale and exhale. Lunge forward into the front knee. Plant the palms, tuck the back toes. Send the left foot back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out a couple of times here, side to side, shifting the weight and just feeling in. With an inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. With an exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. And go ahead and find a seat. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see me a little bit better. Extend your legs out in front of you. And we'll bend the left knee in, roll the knee open like a book. Flex your right foot, stretch your arms up, turn your torso to your lengthened leg. And as you exhale, bow over your lengthened leg. Let the hands fall wherever they fall. If your head is kind of hanging out here in space, you could always bring a block underneath and bring your forehead down to it. Or perhaps your fold is a little higher and you're just tucking the chin towards the throat. Either way, we're all hinging from the hips. We're all pulling the belly in so we can fold a little deeper. And we're all flexing through that left foot, energizing the muscles in the legs to help us to protect the joints. Come all the way back up. Lift your arms. Bring your right hand behind your shoulder. Point your left toes. Come onto that right shin and lift into stargazer pose, opening up the heart and the chest. Hip flexors as well. And then lowering back down to a seat. Go ahead and lift this right knee again, but cross the foot over. Make sure you're seated nice and tall. Our left hand's going to come, nope, I had it right. The right hand comes behind us, left arm stretches to the sky. Either wrap the arm around the knee or you could hook the elbow. Just make sure you're not cranking your neck or twisting so that your shoulders become uneven or unlevel. So if one feels like it's cranked up quite a bit higher than the other, try to relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Pull your belly in as you twist deeper. Let your belly inflate as you breathe in. Pull it in as you breathe out. Now come all the way back around through center. Slide your block to the side, lengthen both legs out. Give them a little shake here. Bend your right knee in. I might have done that differently, so I guess bend your right knee in since I'm mirroring you. And then let the knee come open like a book. Flex your left foot. Energize the leg. Lift your arms up. Turn over your lengthened leg. And bow forward for head to knee pose first, or Jana Shirshasana. Let the back of the neck release. Let your head be soft. Any support here is always welcome. When you're ready, come back up to a nice tall seat. Arms reach overhead. Bring your right hand behind your shoulder. Point your left toes. Come on to your right shin and reach that left arm over for stargazer. Or opposite side, whichever side you haven't done yet. And then coming back down to your seat, lift your right knee up and then cross the foot over the left. Flex your left foot. Good. Bring your your right hand behind your left arm to the sky. And then take a twist, wrapping the arm or hooking the elbow, sitting up nice and tall as you breathe in. Twist as you breathe out. Okay, go ahead and come back through center. Lengthen both legs out in front of you. Scooting to the top of your mat, go ahead and bend into your knees. Bring your hands behind your knees and lower on down to your backs. We'll finish out our last couple of postures here. Walk your heels back towards your glutes. Sweep your right leg up to the sky. Cross the ankle over your left knee. And to thread the needle, you could stay there or lift your left foot off the mat. Bring the hands to interlace either underneath of your left thigh or on top of the shin. Your right elbow can press the right knee out to the right to give your hips an additional stretch. Make sure that both feet are flexed and you control the stretch here. So as you're reaching up for your leg, you're pulling your right ankle and shin closer to your chest while your right knee moves away. Stay relaxed through the back of your neck. Stay grounded through the back of the neck, head and shoulders. If your shoulders are coming off the mat, you might benefit from taking a strap around the leg or coming up into a figure four seat. And then releasing, let's change sides. Bring your right foot down, left foot up. Cross the ankle over. And then you could stay here if you're feeling a stretch, or you could lift the right foot off of the mat. And then again, option to thread the needle here. Left elbow could press to the pit of your inner left knee and press it out to the left. Make sure both feet are flexing. And notice if one side feels a little tighter than the other. Just like in thread the needle, you want to ensure that your hips remain square here. So if one hip feels like it's hiked up a little higher than the other, can you wiggle that out and even it out? And go ahead and release when you're ready. Bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. If you have a block handy or even a pillow would work here as well. Lift your hips up and slide the block either level 1 or 2 or your support underneath of your sacrum. And we'll end today with a supported inversion or an inversion of your choice if you have an inversion in your practice like shoulder stand or plow that you'd like to take this posture into a little bit more of an in-depth pose, you can take it there. I won't teach shoulder stand today. This is a nice way to find the same benefits of that posture. Really good to just let our legs kind of hang heavy in space. Let some of that bacteria and the toxins drain from the legs so that our lymph nodes can take care of it for us. And an inversion a day keeps the doctor away. If legs up to the sky isn't suiting you today, you could also bring your legs long on your mat for a really nice hip flexor release. You could do this one leg at a time, both legs at the same time. You could come back into a restorative bridge if you like that, or even butterfly your legs out here for a couple of breaths to open up your inner groins. Decide what you need here in the last minute or so that we have together in practice before we come into Shavasana, or final resting pose. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift your hips and slide your support out from underneath if you haven't already. And like I mentioned, anything final that you need here, maybe a final hip opener, maybe a supine twist, another heart opener, back bend, anything that you need to finalize your practice, go ahead and take the next 5 or 7 breaths to play around and to explore, discover. If you're doing something on one side, make sure that you hit it up on the other side to even yourself out. And then when you feel satisfied, you feel ready to head on down to your mats, go ahead and let's meet together. Knees hug in, wrap your arms around your shins, grab for opposite elbows, bring your nose up into your knees, tighten everything up into the smallest version of yourself. Take a big inhale. And now exhale, let everything release. Arms and legs hang heavy down by your sides. They reach away from the midline. Rest your head. Let your upper body relax. Make any movements that you need here to help yourself get really comfortable. You deserve this time to rest and restore. So I hope that you do take this time, even though we're at home. It's a little challenging to really be engaged in these final minutes. But see if you can soften your eyes, close them. Let your mouth even open up here. Let your lips separate so the breath is traveling freely in and out. Any other movements that you need, let your toes fan out. Let your glutes, your legs, your upper body and back just completely relax. Surrender here for the next several rounds of breath. Deep peace to all of you. Know that you are more than welcome to stay here longer. In fact, I encourage you to be here for the next 3 minutes if you can, so that we can end class together. For those of you on IG, go ahead and start to deepen your breath, finding movements if you're deciding to move with me. Otherwise, just ignore my cues. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll to one side and pause there in the fetal position, just taking an opportunity to thank your body and all the hard work it just did for you. When you're ready, press up with as little effort as possible and work your way into an easy seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose and back out. Bow your head towards your prayer hands and just taking a moment to notice how you feel now at the end of class. Hopefully a little clearer, lighter, feeling stronger, or maybe braver to take on the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing your energy and breath with me today. Let's end our practice by saying, may peace, love, light be felt within each and every one of you. Bless you and everyone that you meet. Namaste. But thank you guys so much for sharing your practice with me. As always, donations are more than appreciated. I know it's tough to kind of get into our practices at home, but I do appreciate any donations on my Venmo account, just Sarah-Solaric. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you all very soon. Thank you.